Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time of the day it is. You are now tuned into another episode of Talk with Tora, where I, Tora, sit down with Black entrepreneurs and discuss the ups, the downs, the ins, and the outs of the business. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Tanita, the owner and founder of Ajahlipcreme. And she basically took that name from her daughter and put it to her business. So she is incorporating her life, her daughter, and everything into her business. And I think that is phenomenal. So we're just going to jump right into it. What made you decide to do lip gloss or lip cream, as you call it?
Well, it was basically an impulse buy, what I was doing. So, I mean, you know, I can be, in my friends' words, I could be bougie, but I could be cheap. So I was buying a very well-known lip gloss, and it cost about $28. Now, you know how Black people tax time, you know, like spurge to spend money. So I went in and I bought the lip gloss, and I was just like, I literally just spent $28 on lip gloss. I literally just spent almost $30. Like, that's some gas or, you know, a shirt or a pair of jeans. And my mom, who was with me at the time, was just like, you know, why don't you make your own? And she just said it. She didn't, you know, she just said stuff, I'm like, oh, word? That's not a bad idea. Right. And so, you know, from then on, it was just basically researching everything for the most part, making sure I knew what was lip safe, what was not, what to put in it. It was definitely a whole trial and error experience. I thought I burned my lips off one time. So I, you know, after I got everything perfected, it was just like, okay, I got something here.
Oh, wow. How did you go about doing the research? So you researched it, and then did you try everything at home? You bought the products to try it? How did that work out?
I bought everything at home. I kind of had bowls everywhere. Some of those bowls are dead now. So my mom, you know, she got kind of mad and upset about that. But, you know, I still was creating. So I was in the creative stage. So everything I tried at home, I tried crayon, I tried colorable crayons. I was on YouTube like I don't know what. Yes. So I literally was just out there like, that's why I almost burned my lips off because I was doing too much. So I literally just was on YouTube, on the internet, just basically searching micas, pigments, lip pigments, what is safe, what is not, everything that I did, I tried at home. So I would go get paid, buy something, go get paid, buy something.
Yes.
So people were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm creating. Let me do what I do. Mind your business. Let me do what I do. I got something going on. They're like, what are you trying to do? I said, I'm not going to tell you yet. Just let me do it. So I literally made everything at home. It was just a whole trial and everything going on at home. Yep.
Okay, so did you think about, you know, allergenic and everything like that, like the stuff that you were using? Did you have to think about that?
Yes, because some people can't use certain things like certain oils, certain micas that you use. So I just had to make sure everything was leaning towards natural.
Okay.
So like natural oils like sweet almond oil and castor oil and grapeseed oil, those are the kind of oils that I do use.
Okay.
In my my concoction, as I call it. So I really had to think about, you know, what is something that's safe? What is something that people are normally not allergic to?
Yes.
Because you get some people, they can't tell you right now what they're even wearing on their lips. They can't even think about it. They just go and buy it and that's it, put it on, and then they walk out.
Exactly.
So I did have to think about what is some things that I can do to incorporate this. What do I want my mixture to be? Because some other people make their stuff. I make my stuff the way I feel like, you know, this is going to be something that's affordable, something that is, you know, allergenic. Everything basically natural for the most part.
Got you. What exactly is micas? I heard you say that. What is that?
That's a form of it's like a pigment. It's not liquid form, it's powder form. So it's mostly iron oxide and titanium oxide. It's a very natural mineral that you use to mix the lip glosses with and lipsticks.
No idea. Okay, so when it comes to the process of thinking about names for your lip gloss, do you have different names for them?
I do have different names for them. That is probably my biggest that is probably my biggest con, because I'll be like, what do I want to name this one?
Did your daughter help with that?
she trying to name everything LOL dolls and Poopsie and all that, the Ajahlipcreme style. I'm like, that's a little too long to put on the bottom of the thing. Let's think of something else. Can we get something else? Well, I don't know, and then she'll walk off. She's a big help, but then she gets tired of me and she walks away. So the names I do kind of struggle with, but I also pick names that, you know, describe me. Like I have one that is called Passion. I have a passion to do this. I have one called Bliss. That was just out of the pure blue air somewhat.
I'm feeling blissful today. Let's call it bliss.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. So every name is more so if what I'm doing, and my motivation to actually have the names, don't laugh, but I be listening to a lot of trap music.
No.
So
that is where that's that creative part. That's where you're getting it from.
So I listen to a lot of trap music, and then my playlist can just go from trap music to gospel, oh, forgive me, Lord. Then it could go back to 80s pop to then rock. It goes everywhere. So whatever word pops out and whatever color I'm making and I feel like it fits, boom, we gonna call it that.
We gonna go with that.
We gonna go with that.
I think that's a great creative way to, you know, incorporate that. You really are incorporating yourself into your products. You're just like, okay, let me put on some music today. I do the same thing. I put on music, I'll be like, all right, yes, the vibe.
Yeah.
Or that song that pops into your head, like, I have to listen to this song today. I don't know why, but I need to listen to it.
Exactly. That's exactly where I get it from. So it could be, I could be listening to Future and he's talking about the space age. It might be one called Space Age later on in life. I don't know. And I could be listening to, who was I listening to the other day? I think I was listening to, what was I listening to? Alicia. I think her name was Alicia Meyer. Oh, Heavenly Father.
I know that song, but I don't know what song it is.
It's like that. It go like that.
Yes, I know what song you're talking
It go like that, and I was
my
like,
mom used to play that. Yes.
Yeah. I call it liquor house music, so that's what we call it down there in the South. So, but I was listening to that, and I was like, well, it's got to be named something. I said, well, maybe I ain't gonna choose nothing from that, but we're gonna keep this playlist rolling until I figure out something. So I recently made one. I was literally just daydreaming, and I was on the phone with my friend, which I'm always on the phone with him, like when I'm making something. He's like, "What are you doing?" And it's a video call. I was like, "Oh, I'm just daydreaming," and I was like, I'm just call this one dreams. Boom, there it is. Like, you know what? He said, you have the weirdest way of thinking of names. He said, but you know what? I'm going to leave you alone and let you do what you do. So that's basically how I do it.
But I love that, though. So after you started to play around with your creations and things like that, what was your next step?
My next step was figuring out how to store it.
Okay.
So for the most part, everything is stored in airtight containers. After that, of course, putting the names on everything, storing it where was the thing, because I'm in a 1-bedroom. It's not that much space.
Yeah.
So I literally have everything stored like where the laundry, wash and dry is supposed to be. Everything is like stacked up from the colors
it work.
here to the promotional stuff that I have to bowls and everything. Everything is basically in airtight containers for the most part that I leave it in. So, you know, it won't get, you know, old or spoiled or anything like that. Which the products that I use, they don't get old or spoiled, except for maybe like the oils, because they do have an expiration date. So I throw those out. But that's really the next step from going to getting everything to storing it. So that's how I usually go about with that.
Okay, so how did you come up, or what, I guess I could say manufacturing wise, how did you come up with getting the containers for your lip glosses?
So